Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, the Popthusiast. I am Paul, and in this video, we're going to take a look at the first 3 seasons of Stranger Things Funko Pops, an almost complete collection. Season 4 is now out and streaming, so you may have already started watching it or binging it. We will be watching that soon, so no spoilers in this video. We're just going to focus on the first 3 seasons and all the Funko Pops associated with those seasons that we have. So what are we waiting for? Let's jump into it. Alright, so here is my Stranger Things shelf. So there's so many of them that this is probably the best way to show them as opposed to individually sitting down at the table. Now I also have some other television pops over here like Game of Thrones and stuff. But as you can see, there's 3 shelves of Stranger Things and it's categorized by season. So we've got season 1, season 2, and season 3. So we'll go through these here one by one. Those of you that are familiar with Stranger Things, you may even have a lot of these pops. So season 1 starts off with the main cast of kids here. So you got Will, Mike, Lucas, Dustin, and of course 11. The first version Funko Pops of each of these characters. So really cool details on these. And then of course we have some of the adults. We have Hopper, the local sheriff. And then we have Will's mom, Joyce, here, which is cool. She's holding the ball of Christmas lights, which is if you haven't seen season 1, definitely check it out. But you'll once you watch it, you'll know what those are for eventually. And then we have some other older kids, I guess, the teenagers of the show. So we have Nancy, and then her friend Barb, which, you know, the season 1's been out for so long, so this will not be a spoiler, I would assume. But so Barb actually does not make it past season 1. So there's a upside down version of Barb here, as you can see. So she's a little bit pale and in the upside down, so she doesn't make it. And then we have Jonathan, who is Will's brother. And then Steve, another one of the teenagers in the show, who ends up dating Nancy at some point. Then we have the kid's teacher here, which you can see he's writing on a plate, which he does in the show. Then we have one of the kind of pseudo bad guys of the show, Dr. Brenner. So he's one of the kind of the scientists behind experimentations on 11 and trying to explore the upside down, this other dimension of evil things. So here's the first couple Demogorgon pops that they came out with. So here's the one with the face and the petal face or whatever open, and then the chase version where his face is shut. And then we have Will in the upside down, which was I think a GameStop exclusive, and he was actually upside down in the box, which is a cool detail, but I took him out here. And then we have Joyce and Hopper in their suits as they're exploring the upside down. And then the final row here we have Barb and 11 in the upside down, so they're kind of pale and look slightly different than the other pops. And then there's a bunch of versions of 11. So we have 11 in her hospital gown, in the burger t-shirt eating ice cream. We have her with the electrodes on her head. We have her with the fake blonde wig eating the frozen Eggos. Then we have her also with the underwater looking helmet. And then there's a chase version of Hopper where he doesn't have the hat. Everything is the same except for no hat at the top. And then there's a different version of Dustin where he's holding a remote and he has just a different t-shirt on. So there is the season 1. I think that's a complete set of the season 1 Stranger Things pops. So moving into season 2, there was a couple new characters that were introduced, but we'll start off with the main crew again. This time they are dressed up as the Ghostbusters for Halloween. So of course, this type of a series takes place during Halloween in season 2. So we have the kids in their Ghostbusters outfits. And then we have a different version of 11 with her hair starting to grow out. Another Hopper with a flashlight. And then there's another Joyce pop. And then one of the new characters, 2 of the new characters introduced in season 2 were Max and her brother Billy. And so Max kind of joins the crew of kids. And then Billy is an antagonist in this season and more so in season 3. And then we have another version of Steve where he's getting ready to go in the upside down. Another new character, and one of my favorite characters of season 2 was Bob, which was Joyce's boyfriend. Very cool character. There's Max dressed up for Halloween, which is a Hot Topic exclusive. And then we have Bob dressed up for Halloween, Vampire Bob. We have Hopper wrapped up in vines, which is when he was in the upside down. Another Steve version where he's pale and in the upside down. And then we have a couple of 11s where she's kind of levitating, doing her powers and holding onto some Eggos again. And then in the back row we have Dustin, and then Dart, which is a mini Demogorgon, which doesn't seem like a good idea to have as a pet, and it's really not. And then we have Dustin in his goalie outfit. Then a couple Dart as he grows up. So of course he's a Demogorgon, so he grows up as a Demogorgon. So there's a regular version and then a chase version with his face closed. And then we have some versions of the kids when they were at the dance. I forget what the name of it was, but there's 11, Dustin, and Mike in their dance outfits for the school dance. And then Billy and I think Mike's mom, if I'm remembering correctly, which we're not going to get into that. So there's the season 2 set. Again, I believe is a complete set for that season. And then finally season 3. So season 3 did not have as many pops as the first 2 seasons. And I think I have all of them. I might be missing a few that I'm not remembering. But we have the normal crew here. So there was a Dungeons and Dragons scene. So they play Dungeons and Dragons, and Will is really into that. So he's the wizard. And then we have Mike, Lucas, and Dustin just in some different outfits. And then 11 and Max in some kind of shopping around the mall outfits here. Though this character is the first time, this is Lucas's sister, and this is the first time that she has a Funko Pop, although she has been in the other seasons. And this is actually the only Funko Pop of her. And then we have a going out on a date version Hopper. And then another Joyce where she's holding, looks like some heart candies. In the second row here we have Billy, and he's got these weird veins in him. So those of you that have seen season 3, he kind of gets taken over by one of the upside down creatures. And so that's kind of an ode to that happening in the series. Then we have Steve, who gets a job at a place called Ahoy, which is kind of like a Baskin Robbins. So this is actually the Baskin Robbins exclusive of Steve. There's a regular version of him, which I did not get because I have the exclusive version. So that might be one I'll pick up just to complete the set at some point. But then there's another new character introduced, Robin, which he works with at the Ahoy store. And so that's a new character that plays an important role in season 3. And then we have a couple other new characters that were introduced. So we have, I think the Russian scientist, which I'm blanking on his name, but he plays a role and does drink a slushie, as you can see here in season 3. And then we have Dustin's love interest, who makes an appearance at the end of season 3. So they made a Funko Pop of her. I think she was a Comic-Con exclusive. Then there's another version of Dustin with just a different t-shirt. So they really play around with his t-shirts and just make it a different exclusive pop. They're doing the same thing with season 4, it seems. And then we have some versions of 11, which there's always a ton of different 11s. So we have another mall outfit, and then we have her blindfolded, kind of doing her powers. And then in the back row, we have her holding a stuffed animal. Her hair is kind of parted in the middle. And then we have her with a different outfit on, and then yet again with a different outfit on. So here is season 3. I'm missing at least one pop, the regular Steve, from this set, but let me know if there's any other ones that I might be missing in this set. So there you have it, seasons 1, 2, and 3 of the Stranger Things Pops. Now I do also have some of the 10-inch versions up here. So we have the 10-inch Demogorgon. We have one of the movie moments where 11 is throwing the Demogorgon against the wall. So these are really neat that they had come out with. And then here's Steve with the bat that's going after a Demogorgon as well. That's from the Talking Dead in the back, so it's not related. And then we have the creature from season 3. I think it's like Bob, Steve, or something. I can't remember. 2 different guys that got taken over and come together in this weird looking monster. So hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know in the comments if you have many of these Stranger Things Pops, or if you're looking to get the season 4 Pops. So I'm in the process of picking those up as we speak, and might do a video just on those. But thank you again for watching, and we will see you next time.